Well, as promised, we have Larry this morning to talk about, well, he he's had this run of amazing. You don't even call it luck, probably. I know my grandfather always said you make your own luck, but
You
I
do.
mean, Larry, I don't know. I think maybe the timing of the Starship launch fit your timing perfectly. You needed to get your truck before you left for Europe on April 1, and they got it to you faster than they even said they were going to get it to you. I mean, I don't know. Some of it seems serendipitous. But anyway, talk to us. What was your first impression? And you had your granddaughters with you. And
Yeah, well, I'll tell you our first impression. My wife drove me there, and my granddaughters, two of my granddaughters were with me. I have three. Um, we drove into Tesla, and it comes around a big arc, and it was packed today. It was packed. I don't know about sales and not sales and how bad things are, but it was packed. And we drive up, and there's this truck. It is big. My wife took one look and she said, "Are you sure you want to do this?" The girls were amazed. I mean, they were excited. Anyway, we went in, we did the paperwork, and he got in the car. It was updating, and he said, "Just sit in the car while it updates." And we did, and they had to put the tag on at the back. And he said, "Do you want me to?" I said, "Don't worry about it." But man, it is so roomy and comfortable inside. I'll post some pictures of it, and so many pictures have been posted. People have seen. They provided rubber mats and other things in the car, so we put those under the tonneau at the back. So easy to, press the button, tonneau slides open, put the stuff in, tonneau slides back. I'll say one thing. When you sit in that thing, it's not like you're driving a truck. It is not like you're in a truck. It's like you're in an extremely comfortable car.
Right.
And then when you drove away, the car is so quiet. It really is quiet, and it handles better than most cars I've ever driven, including Ferraris, because the steering is so amazing. I'll tell you, when you come out of Tesla in Raleigh, you have to turn right. It's a big triple lane highway. It used to be the main road before freeways into Raleigh. You have to turn right, and I have to turn left to go home, so I have to do a U-turn at this big traffic light. So I get into the turning lane of the traffic light, and the car in front of me does a U-turn. It's like a little Audi, and they do this very neat little turn. I think, oh God, this is going to be tough. So I get ready to do,
Yeah.
and it's a half turn, and I turn tighter than the Audi. Grandkids said, "Whoa!" It's fantastic, and the drive was quiet. It is so quiet in that car. It's quieter than my ex by not a little bit. It has no tire noise like a truck.
Wow.
Normally you drive a truck, no, nothing like that
And
at
these
all.
are those hybrid tires, right? You got are
Yeah, no, I got the standard tires with it, and they are hybrids. I mean, you would have to let half the air out to take the car off the road. I mean, for sure, because they're pumped really, really, really tight.
I see.
For quiet and for the freeway, for handling. But it is like driving a car. The steer-by-wire is magical, magical. The Quirkle is what do they call the steering wheel, a Quirkle?
Like that. I forget.
Yeah, circle.
Two old guys having memory problems.
Yeah,
Who would have thought?
but but it's really, really nice. It's nicer actually than the X's, that sort of half steering or what it's called. But honestly, I'd have to go back a long way in memory to find a car that I enjoyed as much driving as this. And I've had almost any car you care to name in my, I don't know, 60 years of driving. So,
So what about the controls? Of course, everybody's talking about the no stalks. Did you have a chance to
well,
get?
my ex has no stalks.
Oh, your ex already didn't have stalks.
Yeah, my
It's
ex
not.
have no stalks. I'm not a great fan of no stalks because, you have to hunt for those. With a stalk, you've got a physical position
Right.
that you know how to go to instinctively.
Mhm.
And I've been driving the X now for a year, and I haven't got comfortable. Year and 3 months, and I haven't got that comfortable with it yet. And on the X, I hate that the horn is on one of those touch,
Controls.
because when you're turning, the yoke, it's really hard to find where it is.
Yeah.
This Cybertruck has got a horn that you can press, and so that's a safety issue for me. And
Yeah.
so I like that.
In California, we didn't pay any attention to any of these horn changes because you're not allowed to use your horn in California. If you use your horn, everybody just freaks out. But in New York City, I don't know what people did if they couldn't find their horn. How could they drive?
Yeah, I mean but it's really a pain because I don't think I've used the horn in my X since I've had it. But I've positioned my hand over the center of the yoke
Mhm.
in order to press the horn when I see a dangerous situation
Right.
emerging,
Yes.
and realize that what am I trying to do? And so, but this is very comfortable for me. And the turning, the drive-by-wire is just, as I've said, it's amazing. It is truly changes the experience of driving.
Now, what about the rear mirror? That's what everybody's
Oh,
talking.
I love that. Here's the thing. I love my 3. I got used to the 3. I really, really enjoyed the snappiness of the car. I loved the drive in the car. It was noisy. It was little noisy. And so the X is not as nippy as the 3. It's a bigger car, but it's still got this beautiful, feel, the drive,
Right.
and it's improved in some respects. The problem is that I got so used to the 3 with the screen in the middle, and so I had this natural ability to see the screen and to pick the information off the screen that I need, or touch the touch point in the screen I need, and I'm good to go. I never got used to the split screen with the X, where
Yes.
you've got, some of the stuff in front of you and some of the stuff on the screen. And it annoyed the heck out of me.
Yeah.
This car has not got the split screen. It has the screen, and I love that. And what I love even more is they put the rear view mirror on there.
Yeah.
So now my eye is naturally on the road, or on that rear view mirror, on the road, or on that control panel, or on that monitor, I should say. That is my control panel. It's so natural to me. I love it.
Yes.
Some people hate it. Yeah, it's personal taste.
I think they'll get used to it. You should actually get a better view. And I've made the recommendation that they
Yes.
keep that they actually put all 3 mirrors right across the top of that thing, that your left and right mirror and your rear view mirror would be right across the top of that panel, and you'd get that wide view. You would
Yeah,
all.
I'm not that big a fan of that. Yeah, maybe.
I had that wink, whatever they call it, mirror In a couple of my cars, I had that in there. And having that ability, I love to be able to see what's behind me. I really appreciate being able to see what's going on behind me. And that was, I don't know why I haven't even tried
But
to.
you can get that. You can simply select the button with the lens on it, and it'll put all three mirrors, all
Oh,
three.
really?
Yeah. You can do that while
Oh,
you're driving.
all right. Okay, neat. And so the girls, did they turn on the stereo? Was the stereo any good?
Yeah, we played their favorite music because I have a
Favorite too?
yeah. I mean, they were and the sound system is just amazing. It's better than my ex.
Well, they've been, according to the reports I've been reading, it's supposedly maybe the best sound system in any car ever.
Well, I thought my ex was.
You thought it was, and now this.
Yeah, I did. But this one is really, really good. It's really, really good. Um, but I've kind of come to expect that from Tesla. It's just they really understand how to put a sound system into a car. They really understand it.
So,
I don't know. They must have an hi-fi department or a acoustic department. I don't know what they've got, but whatever they do it right. Look, the car is silent. It is solid. You just feel it is so solid. It is simple to drive. I don't have any criticisms.
do you have you are you inclined to get it wrapped?
Yeah, I've thought about that. I'm very, impressed by some of the wraps. They're fun. But I really like the stainless steel. I like it. So I'll see. Look, I can always get it wrapped. I
Yes, of
don't
course.
have to have it wrapped right now. That's the beauty of it. I can wrap it in a year's time.
Absolutely.
Because they talk about the fingerprint marks and so on.
Don't care. Yeah.
I don't give it continental. Anyway, I
Well,
I love this car already.
well, it sounds fantastic. As a last thought before we go, Larry, I just wondered, since we talked on Monday, you had a week of additional time to drive your other car with the full self-driving. Were there any other kinds of things that you've thought about on the FSD, or even stuff you've read about or watched other people doing? Do you have any further updates for us on FSD?
The 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 capabilities are significantly improved on previous versions. Significant. I mean, this is truly a step change. I would like to see what they're going to do in terms of freeway driving, the navigate on autopilot, which is still on the old stack.
Right.
I'm amazed that they're keeping two stacks operating. It just seems to be counterintuitive, and I don't understand why they wouldn't have made that leap. So I'm as excited about it as I was when I first drove it. I constantly test it in these difficult situations, and I found one exit. I have 5 exits from my neighborhood.
Mm-hmm.
The 4 that I normally use, I've tried again and again and again and again, and it's aced it every time. The one that I wasn't testing and that I don't use that frequently, it made a fairly significant error on it today. Yes, it was today. And so I'm going to try it again several times and see if it was, just one of the chances that, we'll see. But on balance, I'm very excited. Now the test is, how it improves, at what rate it improves. Because I think we all came to the conclusion that the rate of improvement of the previous 10 and 11
It's taking a
version 10, 11 was just not sufficient to really get us excited. But this is something that's exciting, and now we want to see the follow-up.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Larry, when I was hoping, so I'm coming to your part of the country a few days after you leave the country, so we're not going to be able to, because I wanted to kind of rub up against you and see if any of it would rub off on me, because
I'll leave you my rabbit foot. You can come and pick
that'd be
it up.
great. Would you just give me a note as to where you're going to put that?
Yeah.
All right. Well, Larry, thanks so much for sharing with us the excitement of getting your Cybertruck. We're a year away, I suspect. We got the offer the other day, but I was not ready to put out the $100,000 this week. Possibly if this video goes viral, then I'll be able to afford it. Anyway, thanks as always for coming on, and we'll see you on Monday night with more good news, hopefully.
Hopefully good news. Yeah.
All right. And to all of you out there, hey, it's been great talking to you.